show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Come on over. We're handing out ass whipping, so come on.
Shout out to the world's most dangerous chat, man. It is NWA all day. Welcome to another episode of Who's Your Daddy? I am Paul. I'm that there son, Paul. Hey, shout out to everybody on this wonderful Thursday, man. I'm glad you guys have pulled up to hang out with your boy, Lunatic Raider. We're gonna talk about the we're gonna talk about it, but we're gonna dive in to some of the interview that they had with Dave Ziegler yesterday. As you guys may know, today is the first day of joint practice between the Raiders and the Gay Area 69ers. Oh, did I say that? My bad. Nah, I'm just tripping. I be dissing their ass. Wait till tomorrow. F your team tomorrow. Hey, y'all better tune in. 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here. Same Raider time, same Raider channel. We going in on the Niners tomorrow, y'all. Preseason is upon us. The game is Sunday, the 13th. Unlucky number for them. Yes, indeed. We about to bring they ass the business. The business. You already know what it is. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Thank y'all for pulling up, hanging out with your boy. Let me get all this shit situated, man. Hey, shout out to all you punk ass Raider Facebook groups that when I post this video, link to this video for this live, you said that it's spam. Yeah, eat a dick, you fake ass fucker, you. Yes. So now that we got that out the way, shout out to the real Facebook Raider fan pages out there that really let the nation go ahead and spread the news of our Raiders and opinions and whatnot. That shit, that's what I've been struggling with all this morning. Oh, we temporarily locked your account because we detect that it's against Facebook rules that spam. Yeah, I got your spam, bitch. I know what groups to go on and unsubscribe from. I'm put up a list of all the Facebook groups, Raider Facebook groups that bullshit, so you guys can unsubscribe if you are subscribed to them. Fuck them. I got something for your ass. I got something for your ass. But anyway, hey, back to the real life scenario right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. You are watching Good Morning Raider Nation live podcast with your boy Lunatic Raider. We're gonna dive into some of this Dave Ziegler interview that he did yesterday. Very intriguing, very informative, and you get to kind of see his perspective as far as what the front office does when approaching joint practices, players, all that good stuff. We're going to get into it, excuse me. But first, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I thank you guys for pulling up this morning. My guy, NorCal Raider Jesse, man. The mod, man, this guy right here, man, I tell you, if I didn't have a firstborn, I would name him Jesse. Hey, shout out to my guy, NorCal, man. Thank you for being here, man. Armando, what is the deal? Armando Goose. Hey, that's right. Raiders. Hey, you already know what it is. Raider Nation for life, my guy, man, for real. Thank you for pulling up. Raider Nation. Jason in the building, man. My dude, man. Good to see you. Black and Great out, man. Salute to you, my dude, man. Hey, salute. Thank you for being here. Yes, sir. Eugene Powell's in the building. Pow! right in the kisser. You already know how we do that shit. Slap that bitch. Slap that 49er bitch. Miguel Santos, good morning to you. Thank you for being Alfredo the boss with the sauce. Good morning, man. What is the deal with it? That's right. Thank you for pulling up, man. For real, for real. We got Medi, one of one, man. Hey, top of the morning. Time to send these weak ass niggas back to Santa Clara. Say that shit for the motherfuckers in the back, man. You know how we do this shit. Hey, we about to slap the shit out these motherfuckers Sunday. I can't wait to see O'Connell. I can't wait to see Zamir White. I can't wait to see Jacorian Bennett. Man, there's a whole lot to be excited about. I know it's just today and tomorrow is a joint practice, but Sunday, we get to see these youngsters, man. I just want to see these youngsters get out there and play hard. You feel me? Jayhawk Raider, man, what is the deal, man? Good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Raider Goon, what is the deal, man? Salute to you. Hey, thank you for being Pyro, man. What is up, man? For real. Hey, if any of you guys are coming to the game Sunday, I will be out there. I will be out there, man, in tailgating, and most likely I will go to the game. Right now, I'm just trying to watch these tickets on Ticketmaster and get me the best deal possible. But I will be there. I'll be there for factuals. So all you gotta do is just look for the number 52 jersey with Lunatic on the back, and we can rock and roll, man. I'm about to go get my Modelo. You know what I mean? Hit the J lot one time. Hopefully I can find that chick from last year. Ooh, hey girl, you know who you is. If you watching, I got eyes on you. I'm coming. I'm looking for your ass Sunday. Yes, indeedy. I'm coming for you, girl. Not in a bad way, but I'm gonna find you. Something told me, hey, go get her. I got you on film, but girl, I'm gonna have you in my life. Now let me quit. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Let's see who else we got up in here. We having fun with it this morning, man, on this beautiful Thursday. You feel me? Shoot, let me see. Wild Turkey, man. What is the deal, man? Salute to you. Top of the morning. Michael Guerrero, my guy. Top to you. Man, for real. Let me see. Keep it going. Keep it going. Oh, he got that eggplant. Oh, he got that eggplant, boy. You better watch out with that shit. They writing tickets for that shit this time of year. RDF, man, what is the deal, man? Raider gang. Bang, bang. Fuck your booty gang, 49er gang. Hey, bang, bang, booty gang for the Niners. We don't fuck that bang, bang shit. Motherfuckers just Raider gang, period. Feel me? We own that ass, boy. We own that ass like a pimple. Tony Shepard in the building. Nation is in the building. Hey, that's right. It's good to see y'all, man. Hey, we getting close to Sunday, y'all. How many of y'all, hey, what is it that you guys are, the main thing you want to see from our team Sunday? What is there a player? Is there a position group? What is it about Sunday's preseason game that you guys are the most interested in seeing? Just let me know in the chat, man. We're going to get to it. Let me see. I think that's about it. That's a new language I came up with called Raiderism. You speaking Raiderism? Willie Wayne, man, what's the deal, bruh? Hey, tops to you. Good to see you. Let me see who else we got up in here. JBO21, what is the deal, man? Tops to you. Yeah, we in here kind of deep, bro. Oh, we dropped down to 18. That's all right, though. Let's see. Raider Critique, man. What is the deal, man? Top of the morning to you. Oh, hey, Raider Critique wasn't here on the show when I debuted the coin, y'all. Y'all see that shit? Hey, y'all see this shit? Bruh, look at, and this shit is raised. This shit ain't flat, man, bruh. It's not like they put a sticker on here. This shit is raised with the faces on here, bruh. On my mama. On everything. Look. Come on, bruh. You can't. That's classic, bruh. That's why I'm leaving it in the plastic. You know what I mean? Kind of like what your grandmother used to do with the living room couches. Leave it in the plastic. Don't need nobody spilling Kool-Aid on that shit. You know them Kool-Aid stains don't come out. You know? You can't wait to move the fuck out. move out of California, bruh. That's why I left. I'm gonna keep it a buck. The place that we were living at in San Leandro, once them fools raised the rent to not to 8, but 800 more on top of what we were paying, which was $1,295. So it have brought it to $2,095. Bruh, we said, deuces. Dude, catch me on the backside, bitch. I'm not paying that fucking $800 just out of nowhere. You feel me? So I had to get the fuck up out of the Bay, man. Came to Vegas. Vegas is the best move I ever made. There's so much. If you're in Vegas and you're bored, you're a fucking retard like the people we're playing on Sunday. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody. Let me see. I think we are about finito with the roll call. Yep, we got everything. In Texas, oh shit, all them cow bitches. I know you trying to run away from them cow bitches. Man, I'm telling you, I know how that shit be. All right, so here we go. We're gonna dive into it. We're going to talk about the Ziegler interview yesterday. He got some good points and some good insight on exactly what they're looking for and how everything's being handled. So, without further delay, we're going to have content tomorrow. Fuck your team Friday. 49ers, you about to get it with no Vaseline. Hey, shout out to everybody out there, man. Let's go ahead and dig into what Ziegler had to say. First off, I want to hear him talk about Jimmy Garoppolo, as far as their approach to his injury and how they are approaching it on bringing him back. For those who think that Jim, you know what I mean? Hey, Jimmy had surgery on the foot, man, that the Niners should have took care of. Bottom line. They didn't. We took care of it for him. He healed up. He's at practice. Bruh, he had a wonderful day yesterday. But let's listen to how the approach with the foot and if it's a concern with Dave Ziegler.
Really nice day
Let's
for
go.
Jamie. I'm just kind of curious for you and the staff, how hard is it to live in that land of being in the middle, right? When you see these great days that Jimmy has and days that people's like, hey, maybe not as sharp as you like, how hard is it to kind of stay in the middle and kind of not get too up or too down based on his performance?
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think we knew going into it there was going to be those days, and I've seen it a lot over the course of my time in the league. When you have guys coming back off different injuries, there's going to be a progression that you just have to ride the wave with and stay in the moment and understand that that's just a part of the process. And that's what we've done here with Jimmy and any other player that we've had that is coming off an injury. That's just something that we talk about, we expect, and like I said, you just ride the wave.
And there it is. You just ride the wave. That's why they're doing the same approach with Tyree Wilson, the same way they did with Jimmy G. No reason to rush him back. Don't rush him back, because we want them for the long haul. So you go ahead and you take time. You let them do what they do. Hey, bro, come off the field one time. Now, Tyree Wilson has not made it back yet, but we did get Neil Farrell Jr. back. You feel me? Byron Young came back earlier a few days ago. Tyree Wilson, he's next. There's no need to rush him. The season does not start for another month. You got a whole nother month before the season starts. No need to rush. Go ahead and get the fundamentals. Let them get out there with the fundamentals. Get on page with the rest of their cohorts and develop chemistry. Ain't no sense of putting them out there at risk. Why? In meaningless games, preseason or whatnot, maybe you don't put Garoppolo in there in the preseason. Do you blame him? He came off an injury. Now, if he wasn't injured, then I'd be like, go get you some reps. But, bruh, you don't want to risk it. Same with Tyree Wilson. You ain't going to just throw him out there once he's got green light to come back to practice. Why? Why? The season don't start for another month. We got a whole nother month. We got a whole nother period. Somebody out there gonna have a period before they come back, before the season starts. So shit, keep that in mind. So with that being said, man, let's go ahead and move on. What else did they talk about? This is Ziegler on joint practice. Now here we're gonna get into some good information. You gotta pay attention. So he's talking about the positive of having a joint practice with the 49ers coming up starting today. Let's see what he
very
says.
excited coming, starting tomorrow. The Niners are in town for this fan base. For obvious reasons, are very exciting. Let's call it 96 hours with the game on Sunday. But for you and the staff, like collectively, what do you want to take out of the next 2 practice days?
Yeah, well, it's the level of competition does ramp up. It's natural, and so there is the one thing I want to see is just how different players respond to that competition, especially some of the guys that we haven't had here in the past, free agents, the rookies, because it is a new level of intensity, and so you want to see them match that and see them to be able to maintain their level of production with that. And I think along with that, the thing that's nice about these situations is, you get to see your guys going against different players, and it's different matchups. You come it comes very monotonous in a way of, it's the same guys going against the same player on the other side. So just to see a diversification of skill set that they have to compete against, how do they respond to that, along with different schemes, different coverages, and things like that we haven't obviously prepared for because it's not our exact system. So there's a lot to take out of these joint practices, and we're excited about it. That's why we do it.
See, and that's what you're going to get out of these joint practices. Now you get to really analyze your player personnel, right, before you even hit a preseason game. And the beauty of it is, like he said, you're going up against other players with different skill sets. So now you get to put these guys against players that might have skill sets that's not on our team that they can go against in our own practice. So now you get to get a practice with other guys that's different than what we have on our team, because our philosophy, our roster is going to be built different and approached differently than other teams that we face. This is a good jump start on that to analyze and grade your players on your team now, because we still got 90. After the last preseason game, we must cut down to 53. So this is a good scale of being able to measure what the players we do have this team, what they can do and what they can't do, and what types of other players' skill sets gives them issues, or what kind of skill sets they dominate. Good thing to keep on the checklist. You know what I mean? Like, he can do this, he can do this, he can't do that. That's a good thing to do. So with that being said, man, that is a beautiful thing. And for us, and I think no other team has ever had 2 joint practices in the same season with 2 different teams. So this week is the Niners. Next week is a joint practice with the Rams in LA. So, hey, brilliant. I think like it's kind of like having in the same regards of being on top of your game and being ahead of the curve is, to me, is kind of comparison to Patrick Graham being the head coach in the Senior Bowl, just to get that jump start. You know what I mean? To be able to start analyzing talent before the draft even comes, which, of course, that's what we did for the fact that we signed 6 players that were on the Senior Bowl on our roster as either draft picks or undrafted. 6. Just figure that, you know what I mean? So we had that inside information. Now this is going to give us another window of being able to observe these players and see and get a better understanding as far as what they can do against other talent. Okay, so with that being said, let's keep moving on. But see, there's also and when I say flip side, I'm not saying the negative side of the positive. I'm saying there's another side to the positive with more positive. So this is what Ziegler said as far as what else he can use the joint practice for, in as far as what the Raiders could use in their advantage. I'll tell you, this guy here, hey, they're leaps and bounds beyond what I've ever experienced a front office to be on. Just listen to what he says.
Does it provide you and your crew also a chance to kind of get a look at other players that aren't necessarily here in this building over 2 days?
100%. We get to see up close and personal the guys on the 90-man roster for the 49ers, and we get to see and evaluate them in real time. And all the things that I talked about that we're looking for, we get to see it on another group of players. So it definitely helps us, gives us a leg up on the preseason process, and gets us in a position to probably have a cleaner evaluation of those guys.
Now to break that down, this guy is brilliant, dude. This guy is not only looking at our own talent against the Niners, he's looking at the Niners' talent. They're like, well, why would he do that? Why? Let me explain. The Niners also are carrying 90 players. They too must cut down to 53. Who's the players that they cut to get down to 53? Are they players that we can use that we scouted during practice? You know what I mean? During the joint practice, that we can see what they can do up close by analyzing their personnel. See, this is the whole craftiness of the Raiders. And see, not only do they get to do this with the Niners, like I said, they also have joint practice next week versus the Rams, which they can do the same thing with them. Okay, with the 90 people they have on their roster, who are they cutting down? Who are they cutting to get to 53? And are they any players out there that they do cut that we can use that's better than what we already have? Bingo. Bingo. When you talk about playing chess and not checkers, there you go. There you go. You actually get to, and you know how a lot of teams like to keep stuff quiet. They don't want, too many outs. On certain days, only the media can come watch you practice. But on other days, like, for instance, yesterday for the Raiders, no media got to watch them because they were indoors. They don't allow media indoors. You see what I mean? So nobody got to see that. So a lot of teams are secretive with what they're trying to do, implement, and all that good stuff. But when you're practicing against them, everything's out on the table. Your dirty draws, your socks with the holes in them, and even, your contact list on your cell phone with bras' names in there that you changed to Domino Pizza and Chipotle. You feel me? So with that, hey, the Raiders are on they shit, y'all. They don't stop and they won't stop. It's always about making this roster better. This is just another example, prime example of how they're doing that by being able to scour other teams' rosters while they're sitting there dead in your face. While they come out to our part of the land in our facility and practice against our team and putting their players on display so we can say, okay, if they release him, you see such and such a defensive end for the Niners? You seen such and such on the offensive line? That's the kind of stuff they're going to look at. Players that can come in and help us that's better than what we already have on our 90. See, it's all about upgrading and improving your roster no matter the cost. No matter the cost. And I love that. Hey, salute to you, Ozzy. Hey, thank you for being here. Top of the morning to you. Raider Paul, Raiders. That's right. You know what I forgot to do, man? I forgot to salute y'all, man. Hold on. Let's time out. Salute to the world's most dangerous chat, bruh. Like I say, without you, there's no me. Without us, there's no nation. There's only one nation. And that's the Mickey Ficky Raider Nation, man. Hey, salute to y'all, man. Thank y'all for supporting the channel, subscribing, hitting likes, share, do all that good stuff for your boy, man, one time. You know I bring you the real shit, entertaining, but also informative. You feel me? So with that being said, man, hey, salute to y'all, man. Y'all the real MVPs of this, for real. Oh, yes. That hits the spot. All right, let me get back to it. Raider Pete, also, when other teams practice in our facility, they will be by the mystique. Oh, exactly. Kind of like the carrot in front of the mule to lure them like, oh, shit. They got to stay. Man, I want to play for this team. Exactly. That's the other aspect I didn't mention. But, hey, Raider Pete, salute to you. Thank you for hitting that nail on the head, for real. Charles Washington, what's the deal? The real front offices has been doing work for years. Fortunately, had a real front office in many. Hold on. Welcome back to the Raider Nation. Welcome back to the NFL Raider Nation. We finally got a pecking order. I mean, it's been a long time since we really had basically what we have and what Mr. Washington is speaking of. We finally have structure, front office structure, from the top on down. And it's a beautiful thing because now you're starting to see the cogs move. You know what I mean? You've seen everything move within this machine. And not only is the team itself a machine, but the organization is a machine. And like I told you, I keep telling y'all this. Y'all remember this because it's something to understand what we're doing. The machine as a whole, the whole machine, is greater than the sum of its parts. To break it down, when you look at a car, the whole car is the engine, the transmission, the starter, the electrical, the airbags, the steering wheel, the seats, the windshield, the side view mirrors, the rear view mirror, the hood, the bumper, all that, all combined makes a beautiful car. The way it runs, the way it looks, that's exactly what this team is. The machine as a whole. That's what we're worried about. We're worried about the machine as a whole. The whole Raider organization. But on football aspects, you're looking at, because you got a business side and you got a football side. The football side, you're looking at the team. We're not tripping off the spark plugs or the wires or the freaking catalytic converter. We're looking at all that combined to make one car. You know what I mean? The other things is what makes the car what it is. Now, I know we didn't go out and spend big money in free agency. There was no need. The more important thing of free agency was to grab people who fit what we're trying to do. And thank God the people that they targeted are still in their prime, mid-20s. None of these dudes are past their prime. We're like, oh, here we go, grabbing these old veterans again. No old veterans. All these dudes are in their mid-20s. And I'm like, okay, I understand. And if they pan out, and a lot of these guys got one-year deals, but this is a show-me year. If you show me, you might stay for longer. You know what I mean? Show them. Get out there and play. I can't wait till Sunday. Boy, there's a lot of stuff to break down. I will be at the game. I will be taking video. I'll be taking a lot of mental notes, getting evidence of execution of our team at the game. So, hey, y'all stay tuned, because when I get off when I get out that game, I'm gonna come home. I'm supposed to go on Raider Critiques show Sunday night. So y'all tune into that. We'll have footage for you from the game. Y'all be there. Y'all be there. So I'm not working Sunday. Like I said, I don't work during home games for the Raiders. Nah, that's out. That's out. I'm really a Raider. You know what I mean? I do not work. It's like a holiday every week for me. I do not work when the Raiders are at home. I'm going to every tailgate. Facts. You feel me? I'm getting footage. I'm filming stuff. I'm getting new shows in. Hey, we're going to rock and roll this year, y'all. I got a good feeling that, hey, we might be one of them teams to sneak under the radar. You feel me? Because nobody's really giving us, they're not giving us a shot, period. They're not giving us a shot, but we don't care, because you're not Raider fans. We are. And only us is the ones that I worry about. You feel me? Hey, bro. Hey, Ozzy, we good this year, bro. I guarantee. You know what? I go out on the limb. Fuck it. I guarantee we're gonna be okay. And when I mean okay, I'm not saying win the Super Bowl. It could happen. I'm not saying going deep in the playoffs. It could happen. But what I'm saying is we'll be a whole lot better than last year, and a whole lot more competitive as far as correct decision. Well, I ain't gonna say decision making, because it wasn't. We scored points, but then the defense kind of lapsed and gave up more points. That's all that was. But I mean, it was give and take. Sometimes the offense messed up. the defense messed up too. It's a whole team thing. But I think if this stays true with our secondary, and from what we've been hearing about they ass, I'm very optimistic about the improvement of that side of the ball, defense. I mean, Marcus Peters, Jacorian Bennett, the list goes on, bruh. I mean, Spillane, Hobbs, Diablo, Morig. I mean, it's a lot of positives we're hearing on this defense, bruh. And I know we're not even, I ain't gonna say even close, but compared to before we started camp, we're closer now than we were then, of course. But we're not even to where we want to be. That's the scary part. If they're doing this much as far as what Ziegler and them say they want the defense to do, to cause what? Disruption. If they're causing this much disruption during camp, and if they can do the same thing Sunday against that Niner team, and we're not even nowhere near being what we can be, that's a scary thought. That's a scary thought, bruh. To have a team that can possibly have a defense to match the output of your offense, which was top 12 last year. If our defense, I'm not predicting anything about the defense. I'm saying if was a fifth, we all be drunk. But if our defense can equal our offense and be top 12, I think a top 12 offense and a top 12 defense automatically puts your team in the discussion as being a contender. I'm not saying we are. I'm waiting to see if that's the case. Defense and offense. Because there were some changes on offense. Quarterback, number 2 wide receiver. You know what I mean? Josh Jacobs ain't here. There's a lot of stuff that's you got to go ahead and implement into what is going to happen with this team. So if our defense and offense are mirror images in the top 12, that is a recipe for success. To have your defense and your offense is top 12, hands down, bruh. Hands down, you got to be mentioned as a contender that came in under the radar. Nobody's expecting that. This is the best time to catch people off guard because they just automatically assume. And what happens when you assume? You make an ass out of you and me. You know what I mean? You make an ass out of you and me. Bruh, we ain't had structure for real. But we finally, you're starting to see it come together. Now, is this the structure is this structure going to work? It's a wait and see. It's a wait and see. We can only gauge by year per year. If this year is better than last year, that's improvement. And to show that it was not just a flash in the pan, year 3 must be better than year 2. That's exactly the same path that Gruden took when he was with us before he had to be relieved of his duties. Year 1, he won 4 games. Year 2, he won 7, if I'm correct. All the way to year 4, even though he had got dismissed, that was his system. His coordinators there left behind to take over and do their job. And Biaggia took over because the reason why they gave it to Biaggia, they did not want to disrupt the offense and defensive calls because you had your coordinators there. You didn't want to take one of them and make them head coach, and now you're lacking at one of those, you know what I mean, not positions, but one of those, whether it's offense or defense. You didn't want to lack that at that point. So I understood what they did. They took the lesser of 3 evils. Don't take the defensive coordinator. Don't take the offensive coordinator. Take the special teams guy, because that will still give him time with special teams, allowing the coordinators to go ahead and handle what they need to handle. But, this could be one of those times, bruh. Under the radar. You heard it from me. I'm saying that shit. Ain't nobody willing. I'll say that shit. This year would be a vast improvement over last year. You're going to see more fluidity in the offense. just because of the additions they added. They added people that is familiar with the offense. Watch how this offense move. You're going to get a good – I just got a good feeling, bruh. The defense is what I'm watching. But from what they're saying in camp, it's like, okay, bruh, I'm hearing good shit. Turnovers, disruption, all that. And now we're starting to get players that were out, that missed camp. We're starting to get them back. That is a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. So it's a wait and see. The Niners, we get to start today, like I say, joint practice. If I do not work tomorrow, Friday, what I'm trying to do is take my ass to the practice facility, and I will do my live Friday. Even though I know it's Fuck Your Team Friday, I'm going to do it live from the Intermountain facility that they practice at. That's what my plan is. So, surprise! You feel me? So with that being said, man, for real, let's go ahead and continue out with Ziegler's interview. One last little clip I have of him. Speaking on Mr. Aiden O'Connell. Very interesting tidbits that he's, mentioned about this guy at quarterback. I from what it looks like, bruh, he's our quarterback of the future. Everything is falling in place. You don't have to rush him along. He gets to learn behind two quarterbacks that's familiar with the system. You feel me? Man, bruh, you're setting yourself up for a wonderful, beautiful future of foundational type players that we need, bruh. So without further ado, let's go ahead and listen to Ziegler on Aiden O'Connell.
So early, but what have your kind of initial impressions been of Aiden?
He's done a really good job with, I'd say, the hardest part of the game when you're playing quarterback is, what happens from the neck up. There's a lot of processing. There's a lot of thinking. There's a lot of problem solving that takes place when you're a quarterback in the NFL. And so he's done a really good job of growing in that area. And that's the hardest area to grow in. Everybody typically at this level has the arm talent and has a skill set, or they wouldn't be in the NFL. Where a lot of guys struggle is that neck up piece, that processing, that problem solving, that ability to learn. And that's what we've really been excited on in his development there, along with the physical stuff on the field. He's been able to make some of the NFL throws that you have to make, which are the tough ones, the deep out route and things of that nature. So we've seen that growth. And like you said, now once we get into some more competitive environments, the lights come on, we're going to play a game on Sunday. Can you maintain that? Because I've seen it various times where we've been very excited about different players. Those lights go on and you start to see a change in guys. So that's something that we'll look for, not just in him, but for all of our rookies. But he's made a lot of positive steps and it's been encouraging.
Yeah, this guy is the real deal, bro. I like Aiden O'Connell. I like the fact that the way the front office, the coaching is approaching his development. They're not rushing him. They're bringing him along, getting him to absorb all this info from the playbook. Beautiful. There's no rush. I love that. Like I said, I don't have faith of him starting right now. He's a rookie. And as a rookie, the whole playbook does not open up. A matter of fact, a rookie actually will limit your play calling. You won't be able to call the plays that you might want to call at certain times of the game because he's not that far along yet. You feel me? So I think I love the fact that they're taking their time developing this guy. This guy could be our future. Listening to him talk, and bruh, I like Aiden O'Connell a whole lot. I like him a lot. you know what I mean? Hey, I think we got a gem right there in this guy, man, for real. I look forward to see what he can. I'm looking forward to him Sunday. For real. I am looking forward to Aiden O'Connell to get out there on the field Sunday. Bruh, I just, let me see, because we just hear what he's doing in practice. I want to see this shit. Suit it up, boot it up against these punk-ass whiners and get out there and serve their ass. I'm so, bruh, there's a lot of optimism that we all should be having. I'm not saying just fully out believe in it. You don't have to. That's your option. But at least have optimism like, hey, and all optimism is, hey, you know what? I believe that We could do something. Could be in the word. Could. Not that we will, but we could. If everything comes together and everything works the way they're planning on it to work, we could be in for a surprise. You know what I mean? A good surprise. Shout out to everybody that's watching, man. To all those who have not subscribed to the channel and hit that like, please do so, man. I am Lunatic Raider. This is Raiders Allegiance, and you are watching Good Morning Raider Nation, live Raiders podcast, right here on this dial, man. You already know what it is. We will be back tomorrow, like I said. It's supposed to be, well, it's going to be F Your Team Friday, where we clown on the Niners, their fan base, and their team. You know what I mean? Just trash talk. But I might go ahead and intertwine me doing it live from the practice facility tomorrow. Just stay tuned. Hey, just stay tuned. That's all I can say. Maybe I might not do it live from there. Maybe I'll just do it from here in the comforts of my own home. Or I might just take it live to the facility just to be out there. You never know who I might come across and be able to interview. But we're going to do that. I'm going to try to. If I don't have to work tomorrow, we're going to do that. Salute to Snoops Hernandez, man. Top of the morning to you, my brother. Thank you for being here. Yes. Tamar Gaither, man. What is the deal, man? Tops to you. Hey, bruh. You know what, Tony? Hey, this is some real shit right here. If we, right now as it stands, it sounds like every draft pick is like a dream come true. If this holds up, if we go into preseason and these young rookies get out there and they dog walk the shit out the Niners, and then you start seeing, like, especially the secondary, you start seeing a little bit of that Marcus Peters come out of them, that cockiness where they know, hey, you ain't gonna beat me, bruh. You're not even catching the damn ball. Once that gets, hey, bro, I'm telling you, there's a reason why they signed the people that they did. It ain't just because, oh, Marcus Peters, let's sign him. He wants to be a Raider. No, that's not the reason why they signed him. It's just, you got to look at their approach with the other team. Well, I mean, with our team. Look how they look at the linemen. They want the linemen to be able to play not every, but they want to play, they like linemen on the offense to play multiple positions on the line, correct? Wide receivers. They want wide receivers to know every wide receiver's job, from the slot to the one receiver, the second receiver. They want them to know all of them. Because they're going to be moved around. There's going to be times that you see Adams in the slot, Jacoby Myers in the slot, Renfro in the slot. You see what I mean? Trey Turner in the slot. Philip Dorsett in this. You're going to see these guys all around, bruh. All around. They got to know it. So, it makes sense to me. You want a multifaceted type individual. Plain and simple. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. I'm gonna cut this live short. I just want to cover. I'm waiting for this joint practice, bro. I'm about to hit the bed. Once I get up in the morning about 2:00, I'm gonna go see what the hell, the press conference, whatever they got going on, and talk about what they did, bruh. And that's gonna be content for tomorrow. Hey, salute to the nation, bruh. We finally arrived to the 2023 preseason. We finally did it, y'all. We did it. And we didn't even have to suck no dick. Ain't that man, bruh, that's a good thing. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Hey, I know I'm a little off the cuff with it, but that's what you get here. You get entertainment and information. Yes, indeed. Exactly, Ozzy. That's what I said. We go back to one of our old shows. I said, I see what they brought him in here for is his veteranship. Can you imagine if he can get that dog in him and rub off on these young dudes around him? I said that shit. Everybody looking at, oh, he's a little too old. He ain't got nothing left in the tank. It ain't about his tank. It's not about his tank. It's about what can he bring to these youngsters. We got so many young talent on this defense. You had to have veteran leadership at every level, and they're just not your average leaders. Defensive line, Max Crosby. We know he's a beast. We know this. Linebackers, Spillane. A lot of people don't know who Spillane was. Go do the research. When we first signed him, I did the research. He had a green dot. He's very hardworking, good work ethic, very intelligent. He is, what I tell y'all, he is a football dickhead. Romanowski 2.0. I said it. I told y'all he remind me of Romanowski. Romanowski 2.0. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. The effort he gives you, they said he's so aggressive in college, they had to put him on the sideline because they did not want him to be too aggressive and hurt his own players. Facts. Facts. Oh, no, not college. Pittsburgh with the Steelers last year. They had to bring, hey, bro, come here on the sideline, bro. You about to hurt one of us. Now we get to hurt somebody else. Spillane is that dog, bruh. Don't you sleep on. If you did not do research on him and you had the audacity to speak down on this dude, bruh, go do some research. Spillane is a fucking dog out there, bruh. He is the Max Crosby at the linebacker position. He is the Marcus Peters at the linebacker position. I'm telling you. Diablo said the same. Diablo said this. It ain't just the coaches. It's like they said, the coaches say good shit. But when the players start saying that shit, you gotta start listening. You better start listening when the players say the same shit. So Spillane is that leader at linebacker. Now the secondary, like I just mentioned, Marcus Peters. Bruh, if these guys get their ideology and their work ethic to rub off on these young guys, like bruh, can you imagine if Max Crosby get Tyree Wilson and Adam Plant to get on his level? If Spillane could get Masterson and get Bernie on his level, and then you got Marcus Peters to get Jacorian Bennett, Chris Smith on his level. Morick, I'm hearing every time this is what they saying. When they see Marcus Peters inside the facility, guess who's around him at all times? Morick. And you wonder why Morick is having a hell of a camp. Jacorian Bennett, you see him around him. And you wonder why a rookie comes in this defense and is having a hell of a camp. It's not coincidence, bruh. They knew what they needed to bring out the best in these young guys. You had to bring that leader that's not just like your coach is your leader. You know what I mean? But when you get a player, your peer, somebody that's a veteran that, hey, bruh, I remember when I was in college or high school, I used to watch you play, bruh. I've been like, man, I wish I can get 6 pick sixes like Peters. You got guys that's, you get to play with your idol, bruh. So your idol is giving you all this game. You don't want to do nothing but listen and absorb it. Facts. Facts. You want to do nothing but obtain the information and just soak that shit in and be like, and you want to impress him. And it's okay with trying to impress people, but impress the right people. That's the key. Impress your coaches, impress your veterans that's teaching you. Let the shit that they give you, use it. And then they can help you fine-tune that special attribute that they laced you with. You feel me? I'm juiced, bro. I don't give a damn. Hey, I'm about to go rub one out when I get off here. Hey, shout out to Holly. Hey, top of the morning to you, Miss Lady. Thank you for being here. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Who else we got up in here? Hey, we up in here. Hey, NWA all day, man, for real. All right, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. But before I do, like I said, salute to y'all, man. The real chat of Raider Nation. You feel me? You feel me? You know what NWA also stands for? Hey, Niner fans, this one's for you. NWA also stands for No Whining Allowed. Fucking whiners. Bang! I'll be doing stand-up at... I'll be at the at the Luxor this weekend. Y'all can check me out, buy tickets. Hey, I'm juiced, y'all. Hey, like I said, y'all stay, y'all be safe, man. Frank White, what's the deal, man? Hold on. Well, who was I talking about as far as what? I was touching on a lot of shit. Go ahead, hit me up in the chat. Let me know before I get off of here, bruh. Joel E, man, where you been, bruh? You been pouring bombing motherfuckers again? My dude, man, it's all love, baby. Like I said, anybody coming out to the game Sunday, hit me up in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you guys have plans, any of y'all coming out here to see these whack-ass Niners and the Raiders play. Let me know, man, because if y'all do, I'm going to be out there, man. Come look for me for real. Hey, tomorrow, watch him. Watch Spillane, and then you're gonna understand. Thank you. I've been told motherfuckers this shit about Spillane, bruh. And it's like the same thing I keep getting over and over again from people that's non-believers is that the thing that I know, they don't know who he is. The name is not familiar. See, that's what happens when you're poisoned by brand names. You feel me? You want that brand name linebacker, the $20 million a year linebacker, but not knowing Spillane is getting what, $4.5 million for 2 years per year. And they said that Pittsburgh wanted to keep him, but they couldn't because there was other money that they had invested in other players. Bro, I'm telling you, Spillane is going to be a steal. Watch what I tell y'all. This against the run, this is what I'm seeing, okay? I'm looking at this is how I'm going to break down our defense. I'm assuming, and this is my assumption, right? I'm not saying this is what they're doing. But my assumption is, because I'm looking at the players they got and everybody's strength. Look, if you go down the players on the line and the linebackers, right? Like, for instance, let me ask y'all this. What is our defensive line strength and what is their weakness? Is there strength against the run or is there strength against the pass? And watch how I break this. Watch how I break down what I think they're trying to do on defense. What is our strength on the defensive line? Watch how this is what I'm seeing, man. Hey, I'm telling you, I see this shit. Okay, now watch it. Joel E. You said he's very similar to Perryman. Watch this. I'm gonna up you one. Go watch and Bill Romanowski with the Raiders. Go watch Bill Romanowski. Watch how he played linebacker, and then come back and tell me who did he remind you of. I'll be telling motherfuckers. Nobody said Spillane looks like Romanowski. I ain't saying it because he white and he ain't got no neck. I'm saying it because of his intensity. The way he plays the game with passion. He reminds me of Romanowski to the fullest, bruh. Go watch Romanowski's film, watch Spillane's film, and then get back at me. Just buy me a shot. Hey, Lunatic, you was right on that shit, bruh. Hey, bruh, it's all good. Man, I'm telling you. I watched this man film. I'm like, bruh, this motherfucker. And look, if y'all go back to an Old Dirty episode on his channel, we were talking about Michael Mayer. So I went and watched Michael Mayer's film And JT was on that episode too. I don't remember which one it was. And I said, is it me? I'm not trying to say he is him, but does he remind you? Look at how he plays the game. Doesn't he remind you of Gronkowski? And I remember JT is like, nah, I wouldn't say Gronkowski. Bruh, he reminds me of Gronkowski. The way he plays the game is so... Go watch Gronkowski and watch Michael Mayer's film. And then come tell me that one too. I'm telling you, I got an eye for this shit. I got an eye for this shit, bruh. I see this shit. And I'm blind. I'm telling you, bro, I be seeing this shit. It's not like I'm trying to look for these guys and these young guys. It's just when I see these young guys, I'm like, bro, he got similar, like for instance, here's another one. Go watch, I'm telling you, boy, I got an eye for this shit. Go watch Sincere McCormick, running back, and tell me he don't remind you of Josh Jacobs. Watch how he moves, his quickness, his vision. Go watch this dude, bruh. You gonna be like, oh my God, this motherfucker do run like motherfucking Josh Jacobs. Go watch Sincere McCormick, college highlights. You know he was like third in the nation in rushing in Division I. And this, bruh. Conference USA, go watch Player of the Year 2 years in a row. Watch Sincere McCormick, running back. He has a lot of similarities with Josh Jacobs, bro, the way he run. I'm telling you, I see this shit, bro. I think because my peripheral vision is better than my central, so I can see shit that like regular motherfuckers ain't gonna see because they don't use a peripheral to see what their central vision sees. You know, hey, toast to the lunatic. Let me quit. But hey, bro, I be seeing this shit, bro. I might go to sleep and dream about that shit. Nah, I don't know about Hockenson from Virginia, from the Vikings. I just see his wiggle, the way he runs his routes, and his blocking, bruh. Go watch that shit, bruh. And you know what? It makes sense to me that the kind of if they were this impulsive as far as getting Michael Mayer by trading up to get him in the top of the second round, and then you figure previous last year they wanted Waller to go watch film on Gronkowski. They were looking for the next Gronkowski, bruh. And this happens to be this motherfucker's nickname. They were calling him Baby Grunk. And I didn't even know all that shit when I watched his film. Like, bruh, he reminds me of Gronkowski. And that makes sense. That's why they would draft him. Because he does remind them of Gronkowski. So that means he fits what we were trying to do. So I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. I'm not like, you know what I mean? I get excited, bro. I want to see positive. I want to see positive out of this team. 1,400 yards, both yards, digit TDs. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all listen to me. Oh, yeah, there's something special brewing in Vegas, bruh. And it's in my motherfucking cup. Salute to y'all, man. The real motherfuckers MVPs of this shit. I got any? Oh, yeah. I got to... Let me knock down this can real quick. I am going to get off of here. But I'm going to hang out with y'all for a little bit more. So, hey, go ahead and keep throwing whatever it is you want to throw in the chat. Yes, they call him Baby Grunk. Before I even knew they called him that, I wish I knew exactly the show that we did on Dirty's channel. And me and JT, I told JT, and JT was like, "Nah, I don't think Grunk." I'm like, "Bruh, go watch. Go watch his film, bruh." I just get that vibe, like, bruh, he moves like him. He moves like him for real. Casper, hey, for real, bro. I'm the same way. And like, I know I'm optimistic about shit, but I'm never overly optimistic. You know what I mean? I'm optimistic within range as far as what we are hearing, because we're not at camp. We can't see shit, but we do hear what the media sees, and I try to take that info as well as the interviews that the coaches and players give. That's how I'm trying to, you know what I mean, sort this thing out and assess everything by that. Now, with that being said, with today being the first day of joint practice, tomorrow being the second, and the preseason game on Sunday, it's a lot to build up to, bruh. And like I said, I'm not really concerned. Like, when I go to a preseason game, I'm not looking at, let's say it like this, with the defense, right? There's a lot of new pieces, right? I'm not expecting them to hit the ground running in game one of the preseason. What I am looking for, and this is what I go with my binoculars, I go watch players, and I see them in the system. The thing that I'm going to analyze the defense by this. And the reason why I'm starting with the defense is because that was the side of the ball that added the most new players. We drafted more defensive players than offensive players, and we signed more defensive players than offensive players as well. So defense was the main focus. So, with that being said, that's telling me that the pieces that we once had weren't what we needed to do what we expected to do. But the pieces that we did add in draft and free agency are the pieces to come in and do what we expect them to do. So if that's the case, there's no, like I said, there's Patrick Graham and Josh McDaniels gets no pass. Not this year. No pass. They went out and for lack of a better word, they went and fixed our flaws. And I can't think of a better way. That's basically it. They fixed our flaws from what they see. Okay, we need this kind of safety. Oh, we need this kind of corner. We need this kind of defensive lineman. We need this kind of linebacker. We need to add this to his. We need to draft it. Let's sign this guy. He's going to fit what we're trying to do. Let's draft Tyree Wilson. You know what I mean? They went and got out the pieces that is supposed to improve that side of the ball. Now, when I go to the preseason game, what I look at, or if I'm watching it at home, I think it's better to watch it at home because you get the camera zoom right in. You feel me? But when you're at the game or watching the game, the thing I pay attention to on the defensive side of the ball, because we have the most players there, addition, and then also how each player plays within that system. Who looks like they're comfortable in the system and who doesn't. That's, you know what I mean? So then that lets me know that those who don't look comfortable, that kind of like stutters in their play, kind of lets me know that they're not really trusting the system, and they really don't have what right now as we speak, as far as they don't have what we need them to have. Not saying that they're going to get cut from the team, but just saying they got to be coached and develop more, because everybody's not going to be on the same grading. You know what I mean? You're going to have some rookies and first-year players that's going to play like they're at an A-, and then you're going to have some players that's at a C-. It's just, you know what I mean? There's gaps in developmental time span. Some people are fast learners. Some people aren't. Some people are visual learners. Some people aren't. We're going to have to go ahead and get that assessed and, you know what I mean, analyze and see who needs to be coached up and who's doing great. But at least we get to go through these preseason games to find that out. That's the beauty of it. Hey, shout out to everybody watching, man. Please subscribe. Hit that thumbs up, man. I'm about to jump off here. 8:06. You guys enjoy your day. Happy Thursday to each and every one of y'all, man. Be safe. Make it back home to your loved ones. I'm Lunatic Raider. This is Raiders Allegiance. You've been watching Good Morning Raider Nation Live podcast right here on that motherfucking channel. the channel for all of nation to come hang out in. You know what I mean? Oh, it's going down. We get the day one of the joint practice today. Day two is tomorrow, and we got preseason week one versus the San Francisco Whiners, who do not play in San Francisco. Clickbait. That's one of the clickbait teams in America. The 40 Whiners are the number one clickbait team in America. Because if you catch a plane in Frisco thinking you're going to see a game by them at home, good luck. You're going to miss that shit. They play right across the street from a roller coaster. So with that being said, man, fuck the Niners. You know what tomorrow is. Fuck your team. Fuck the Niners and that old weak-ass color scheme you got and old dickhead tight ends and quarterback. Fuck a Purdy. That's a fucking paintbrush. You going to get your ass painted. Hey, welcome to the NFL party. Let me introduce you to Max Crosby. Enjoy. Y'all can have some tea and crumpets afterwards after you put a raw steak on that black eye, you bitch. Fuck the Niners. We out of this bitch. I'm out of this bitch. Lunatic Raider. I'm out this bitch.